Hello, my name is Peter Alton. I'm the Clinical Director of Circle Podiatry here in the UK, and I'm also the CEO and co-founder of Undefeated.org. Undefeated is a non-for-profit organisation that aims to help you as a person with diabetes prevent complications occurring with your legs and your feet, which could ultimately lead to ulceration and even amputation. You may think that's far-fetched, but every single week around the world, over 30,000 people have an amputation. Every week in the UK even, there are 135 people who have an amputation. And most of these could be avoided. The key for me is helping people to understand what can go wrong, understand their own personal risk, and then act upon it. And there's lots of little things they can do to help themselves. But the one biggest thing, the most challenging thing that they can do if they have type 2 diabetes is to look into, consider whether or not they could possibly reverse that diabetes. So I want to just share about a family who have managed to do that for the dad of the family. So this is just really a big shout out for the example of Ian and Anthony Whittington and their families in supporting and helping their father, Jeff Whittington, to reverse his type 2 diabetes. Their story has been made into a film called Fixing Dad. They filmed it as they went along on their journey to help others. So if you have type 2 diabetes, or if you have somebody in your life who you know who has type 2 diabetes, and even type 1 to a degree, because managing your health as type 1 is important too. But type 2, we're in the fortunate position that we actually are able to control what we put into our mouths and what exercise we do, and therefore how we control our blood sugars. So I want to encourage any of you to watch on Sunday evening at 10 o'clock the film Fixing Dad, where Ian and Anthony and Jeff tell the story portrayed in film of Jeff's success in losing a lot of weight and therefore reversing his type 2 diabetes. I'm currently doing this diet myself at the moment, and it is challenging to say the least, so I have the utmost respect for Jeff and what he went through. I also have the utmost respect for his family in helping them. So if you're watching this as a family member of somebody with type 2 diabetes, you are critical to actually helping them to overcome. My family support me, they help me, and that is critical. I have a personal trainer as well. He's a great support. Big thanks to David for that. But the bottom line is, you as somebody with diabetes, you are the one that needs to make the decision. Are you going to actually try to reverse your diabetes? Jeff has been told that probably he's added an extra 10 years onto his life. That is how dramatic it can be. When he went on the diet, one of the things that actually helped the sons to come to the decision to do it was the fact that his foot was so bad that he was expected to have an amputation. That was a shock, which motivated things to get moving. For you, let's not wait for that. Let's just realise that actually you don't get a touch of diabetes. It's not just a little bit bad. Diabetes can be equated to cancer. If you went to the GP tomorrow and were told that you had cancer, you would not think, oh, I've just got a touch of it, I'll deal with it later, I'll be okay. You would be getting advice, you'd be getting treatment, you'd be pushing for the best treatment as soon as possible. Well, the best treatment for type 2 diabetes you can get easily. It's not metformin, it's not any of the other medications. The best treatment is to change your lifestyle, change your diet, change your activity, just as they did in Fixing Dad. Now, I should say that actually I don't want everybody suddenly coming off their medications and going on to strict diets without taking advice from your GP. Do take advice from your GP on this. Personally speaking, I started this diet having already consulted with my GP. But when I actually the date I started, I hadn't actually told my GP I was going to. But within 3 or 4 days, I felt so good that I felt I should come off my medication. I contacted my GP. They agreed. Yes, absolutely come off the medication. I showed them all my different levels that I was, my blood pressure and my blood sugars. And they agreed, yes, come off it. Keep monitoring it, but come off it. So that's my message, I guess. Take into control your life. Make sure that you are the person who is going to make a difference in the lives of your family by allowing yourself to get fit and well, to kick the diabetes out of the life.